What do you want? What do you want from your life? We're going to go big picture here. Where is it that you want to be in 6 months' time? Where is it that you want to be in a year's time? In 2 years? In 3 years? In 4 years? In 5 years? You get the picture. Now, you've probably heard those questions before. You've probably thought about those questions before. Let me flip it the other way though. Where do you not want to be in 6 months' time? Really think about this. Where do you not want to be in a year's time? Now, you're looking for the motivation to study. You're looking for inspiration to help you to get focused right now, and that's what we're here to do. And I want you to start by asking yourself that question. Where do I want to be and where do I not want to be? When you understand the importance of not just your motivation, so the thing that's going to push you forward, you also got to look at what are the blocks? What are some of the things that are stopping you from being focused right now? Because if you're looking for the motivation, if you're looking for the inspiration to get started, to get going, that's the thing that's really going to drive you. That's the thing that's going to get your rocket off the ground. Now, think about that analogy. When you're waiting and waiting and waiting for the rocket to get started, to launch and lift off into space, what happens? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. And I want you to use that same analogy in your head. When you sit down at the desk, when you get to school, when you get on the bus, you get on the train, you start walking, you get to the library. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I want you to use this countdown to lift off, to get started, because here's the thing. The work itself isn't actually hard. The studying itself isn't actually hard. It's fairly simple. You grab a textbook, you grab a highlighter and a pen, you highlight stuff, you take notes, you review it, you do it again and again. It's pretty simple. So why is it so difficult? Why, if it's so easy, don't more people do it? It's the discipline. It's the daily endeavor, the consistency that's hard. It's ignoring how you feel, ignoring the distractions that are around you. Think about all of the great people that we admire in our society and the things that they must have had to go through in order to make it look effortless. Usain Bolt, how many times did he wake up at 5 o'clock and run in the cold? And there was no one around. There was no one clapping. There was no one in the stadium cheering him on. It was just him, his boots, and the track, and his effort. Again and again and again and again and again, repetition after repetition. It's the reps that make you grow, and the reps are not easy. They're not fun. That's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because it is profitable. Because you know you have to do what works. If you took a look at your to-do list and made a list of all the things you could possibly do today, there's only going to be a few things that are going to be in the area of most gains. Easiest thing to do and highest reward. What is that? Sit down at your desk, turn your phone off, close all of the extra tabs in your window that you don't need, and get going. And when the distractions come, when the feelings come that try and sway you, and this is my next point, realize that these things are temporary. They are temporary visitors. There's a quote that I really like, and the quote is, running water never goes stale. Or another way of putting it is, a rolling stone gathers no moss. And that speaks to the power of momentum. That when you take one repetition, and then you do it on Tuesday, you do it on Wednesday, you do it on Thursday, you do it on Friday, and yeah, it wasn't fun, but it was profitable, wasn't it? And all of a sudden, you've got a 5-day streak. And then the game is, let's turn it into a 10-day streak. And then the game is, let's make it 20, let's make it 30. And next thing you know, you've done 100 days of studying. And in 3 months, you turned your entire academic career around. You changed from an average student into a great student. And it can be done in a space of 100 days, and it's not going to be fun. The feelings aren't always going to be there. You're not always going to feel like it, but it will be profitable. and you will avoid the greatest pain of all, and that's the pain of regret. And that pain, that's permanent. The feeling is not. So which one do you want? Do you want the feeling that's temporary, or do you want the regret that is permanent, that's burned into your soul, that you knew, I could have done better. I could have done so much better. And there are hundreds and thousands and millions probably of people like that, but there are very few, very, very few who live in that category of, yeah, I did it. I did it. So choose, which one do you want to be? Do you want to be part of the crowd of average people, the masses of the majority who are just doing the same old thing every single day and they're on their way to nowhere? Or do you want to be that person who's not entirely having fun every day, but is getting it done, is getting in that chair, opening the book and getting the highlighter out? You know what it is that you need to do. So the final thing I'm going to leave you with is just focus for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is all it takes to decide what you want, what you don't want, and the change that you're going to create right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.